Hello, my name is Alex Agenhausen. I am making this video for an anthropology project for my college class. In this video, I will debunk common arguments that claim to disprove evolution. First, we need to understand what evolution is. Evolution is the process by which different kinds of living organisms are thought to have developed and diversified from earlier forms during the history of the Earth. How does evolution happen? First, there is a mutation to an organism's DNA. Then the organism has to try and survive with this mutation. If the mutation is unfavorable to the environment, then the organism will die before it has a chance to reproduce and create many offspring. If the trait helps the organism survive in the environment, then the organism will have a better chance to reproduce and have its offspring spread their mutation. Some people disagree with this theory, however. A common argument is that if evolution is true, why are there still monkeys? Monkeys and humans had a common ancestors. Monkeys, gorillas, and other primates are not steps to becoming human. They have adapted in their own way to survive that differs from the ways humans adapted. Another argument people make to try to discredit evolution is they say that evolution is just a theory, it's not a scientific law. Scientific theories are scrutinized by the entire scientific community. Scientists look for any flaws in the theory and criticize it to ensure that it becomes more accurate. Evolution had to go through this harsh process and it withstood many of the criticisms. We understand how scientific theories work and we don't understand fully how scientific laws work. For example, we know that gravity works, but we don't know why it happens, and gravity is considered a scientific law. We know that evolution is caused by mutations in the DNA, so we actually understand more about this scientific theory than some scientific laws. Another argument people make is that mutations can only take away things from the DNA. They can't add anything to DNA. This is a misconception about the nature of DNA and mutations. Mutations don't add or take away things from the DNA, they only change certain components in it. A common argument people make is that there are certain irreducible complexities that cannot be made by chance. For example, many of them bring up the eye that many animals have. And I say that these things can be made by chance, they just weren't as complex at the beginning as they are today. Early eyes may not have been effective and they weren't able to see all the colors and levels of light that we can now, but it still provided some sort of advantage to the organisms that helped them survive. Many people say that the fossil record is incomplete and there are too many missing species to prove that evolution is true. I say that this is a bad criticism because it's very difficult to find all the necessary fossils to show each step of evolution. Organisms have to be covered up quickly after they die to preserve the bones. This can be done in mud or ash. This means the organism had to die in an incredibly stupid way to be preserved. For example, the organism had to see a volcano erupting and let the ash and lava flow over them and kill them. The fossils can also be destroyed afterwards by outside factors, such as being crushed by machinery or eroded just by nature. And many people say that evolution has never been proved. However, there was a study by Rosemary and Peter Grant that studied finches in the Galapagos Islands. They found that the environment changed to favor certain traits, and finches who were well adapted survived. The offspring of these finches carried the favorable traits of their parents and thus evolved to fit the environment. In my opinion, the evidence for evolution is overwhelming. It takes minimal research to find proof that evolution is true, and I think most people can come to the same conclusion.